Now, if you heard this, you would have maybe laughed, maybe thought, actually, he's got a good point. Alan Brazil was back alongside Alan McCoy on the Breakfast Show this morning. He was furious with teams playing out from the back.
I'm just sick and tired of people telling me playing out from the back, it works. 1 in 20 might work.
Yes.
What an absolute joke. Spurs try it. West Ham tried it. West Ham were back in the game. 2-1.
You're right, mate.
What an absolute
shambles.
Who has talked people into this?
I know.
It's beyond me. You just got to say, we're not doing this anymore, right? We're going to knock it longish. I'm not just talking lumping the ball.
I know you're not.
Just try and ping a ball to one of our strikers and go for the second ball.
Has he got a point? Because you do get the sort of older brigade saying, what's wrong with the old style of football that they were used to? And then, of course, the younger brigade go, no, that's how football's played. My view is, he's got a point. I think some teams like Man City can play that way, and other teams, if they're not all coached how to play that way, it just looks awful.
It's high risk, high reward, but I sometimes think the reward doesn't outweigh the risk, because Manchester City, it's very rare you get games where you see teams playing out from the back and they go the whole way through and score a goal. The perfect goal. You break the lines, you play to the midfield player, out to the wide man, cross or whatever, someone scores. And you're right. We saw a classic example, West Ham yesterday. They're clearly not comfortable doing that way. And it's not, I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but sometimes you just have to go direct, go long, clear your lines. I mean, some of the best centre-halves out there, or certainly that I played against, the likes of Rio, Vidic, John Terry, Vincent Kompany, right? These guys could all play. But one thing they knew how to do is that if they were in danger, they would just go... They wouldn't try and overplay. They just clear their lines.
When you lump it, right, play the Wimbledon way. That's I grew up. It was known as the Wimbledon way. I mean, are you not giving the ball straight away to your opponents?
Yeah, but okay. But where would you rather lose possession of the ball? Where West Ham lost it yesterday, on the edge of their own box.
Yeah, and they clearly can't play that way against the high pressing.
Or you give it away on the halfway line.
Yeah, but are you not just fighting the inevitable? Because if you pump the ball forward, I mean, look at, apart from Trippier left back,
well,
right?
that's where you kick on. That's when I was playing.
But then he'll probably move a bit forward, and then the other three will.
Well, listen, you got like Shah's big, but surely you could they've got Antonio up front. He can jump.
So you would kick it long.
You got to mix it up. Don't always play out from the back. I
agree with that sentiment. You have got to mix it up.
You said there about they've got Dan Burn, they've got Botman, they've got Shah, they've got Trippier. Antonio can jump. Just hit Antonio on Trippier.
But sometimes you hear fans, we don't want to play the long ball, we don't want to, it's got to be attractive football.
I bet you West Ham fans wish they'd done it last night.
Yeah, maybe.
Because another thing as well is with goalkeepers, you said it there, it is the newer brigade, it's the new norm. It's almost like the fundamentals of goalkeeping should be still come for your crosses, be a good shot stopper. That should be the fundamentals, right? Make saves, be a good solid goalkeeper. It's almost like now managers will take a little bit less of that if they're better with their feet. If you can play with both feet, you can clip the ball here, clip the ball here, they'd go, you know what? I'll maybe not turn a blind eye to it, but maybe I'll overlook a little bit of your lack of actual natural goalkeeping ability, making saves, coming for crosses.
Do you think you should be, if you're a club fighting relegation at this stage of the season, more inclined to not play that way?
Well, no, if you feel comfortable, if the sides at the bottom feel comfortable playing that way and they're coached into doing it, then do it, but just don't do it for the sake of it. And as you said, West Ham are there fighting relegations, and at times I know David Moyes might have a plan in place, play out from the back, and it's one player's mistake which breaks down the whole chain, which I understand that's not David Moyes' fault. But there are times where you've seen teams try and play out from the back, they nearly give it away. They try it again, they nearly get caught. Just mix it up sometimes, go a bit longer. Man City are brilliant at it. They do it sometimes, and then every now and then Ederson will just go boom.
Yeah.
And
pick out a pass as well.
And Alisson as well, the same. A couple of times they'll go short, and one time they'll just go whang, and Salah's in behind.
What word?
Wham.
I think he said wang.
Wang, straight in.
Wang is the new.
Yeah.
Listen, on the back of that, so we always start the last hour's phone in at 6:45, which what we're going to do now, it's going to be about David Moyes. So firstly, I want to hear from West Ham fans about David Moyes. What do you think will be the next step for him and that club and the fans? David Moyes, is he there to the end of the season to try and stop him from the drop?
I think he needs to be. I mean, if you look at this season and next season, and one thing I didn't realise is that when you look at home attendances, like highest average attendance in the Prem, West Ham are second.
They're not.
Manchester United.
What's it hold there? 60?
Well, they get 62,000 on average every week.
Wow, that is incredible.
Manchester United are first, then West Ham, then Spurs, then Arsenal.
Hold on, Spurs is 62, isn't it?
Well, they're getting 61,000 average.
All right, okay.
West Ham fans, 62,000.
More people go to see West Ham than Spurs?
And Arsenal.
And Arsenal?
And Arsenal.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, and Arsenal. But when you look at where they are this season, it's appalling.
Well, West Ham currently, I mean, you know where they are at the moment. I'm sure that's not refreshed, but they're 15th. Yeah, 15th in the Premier League.
Same time last season, they had 45 points. Now they've got 27.
How mad is this? West Ham, Everton, Forest, Bournemouth, all on 27 points.
Yeah, it's mad.
Do you think West Ham fans want to stick or twist?
Twist.
Get rid of him?
Yeah.
Okay, so West Ham fans will ask that. 03717222344. If he went, Forest, Bournemouth or Leicester, would they take him?
Forest are not because they've got Stevie Cooper.
Okay.
Leicester haven't got a manager, so they would.
Yeah.
And who's the other one?
Bournemouth, they've got Gary O'Neill.
No, because Gary O'Neill's still there.
Yeah, but they're in the bottom three. I'm asking the question, would those fans, seeing every team around them virtually getting rid of a new manager, trying out something new?
Depends.
Okay.
You know, we just spoke about stadium. Someone's put in here. Ain't Arsenal's ticket prices ridiculous though? Yes, they are.
They're the most, aren't they? They're the most, aren't they? Arsenal?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
And they've just gone up again.
They haven't.
I promise you, I got an email the other day. Gone up again.
Emma, took your face.
They're having a laugh.
That's ridiculous.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.